So, in the months of June and July 2017, Chitrang, Denver, Goldwin and I, and a few others went on a vacation. This was no ordinary vacation. It was us going for a music festival, followed by some Belgiuming, followed by a bachelor party for Chitrang, followed by some Dublining. The route was such: Mumbai to Belgium to the Netherlands to Ireland and then finally back to Mumbai. This trip would be known as the Big Trip. But a better name for it would be Bhaichara motherfucker. Warning: the following video might contain offensive language, visuals of alcohol, tobacco, banned substances, and horrible pronunciation. The person who made this video, me, doesn't endorse or recommend any of this in any way. Do whatever you do responsibly and don't blame me for it, okay? Let's go.
Please listen carefully.
The trip started with me complimenting Gold.
This man is a very generous man.
This was followed by Chitrang wanting me to take
flattering angles.
This is Chitrang. He's an extremely sexy person. He's so sexy. The most eligible bachelor.
Now I tried to flatter him verbally, but he wanted more. So
Are you doing that zoom and...
No, just hold your... we'll do this, no? Stand there.
Yeah.
Just stand.
So what is this? Like, look at
like,
it.
you know, where the
Just keep him
background...
so you just stay there, so we'll like speed it up, no? So it'll be like zzz, and then reverse and like...
Mostly it'll just be our voices talking about how this shot can be interesting.
anyway, we cheersed and we chin-chinned, got onto our flight, and it began. Our first stop had a lot of other people as well, like my big sister.
Hi!
The woman who agreed to marry Chitrang, I think. And
Of all the things I thought I'd see, I never thought I would see Ramesh Pawar.
we were at Rockwerchter 2017. It's a music festival with an insane lineup. Like, here's a montage of the artists we saw. Now, most of us have never been to a music festival outside of India, so we were properly living it up. Our home was a tent, which we slept in quite comfortably. Some found it cold, and the lack of lighting made wind-up torches actually useful. But it was awesome. At the festival, we sat around, danced like idiots while Denver acted like he didn't know us, posed with people who dressed like contraceptives, secretly followed paramedics, took video instead of pictures.
One! Cheesy!
Took pictures when you shouldn't really be taking pictures. Goldwin squatted. We cheered for stage hands. Wrote on our hands, and I'm not sure what's happening here. But anyway, we even camped at one spot to see our favorite artists, which was cool. But anyway, those 5 days were amazing. Rockwerchter 2017 was all that we hoped for. Before I left, I made sure I said bye to all the important things at the festival, even the haters.
I know.
And then it was time for our tour of Belgium. In Brussels, we stayed in an Airbnb which was sexy. My room was sexy. Chitrang and Kitu's room was sexy. The living room was sexy. The dining table was sexy. The dining area had swag. The kitchen had some serious moves. The bathroom was where you waited for the drop. The outdoor table was smoking hot. And guess what? The place had automatic dustbins. Oh yeah! We did touristy things in Brussels. Drank horny drinks. Stayed up till real late, and even when we passed out, we did it with some serious style. We went to the comic book museum and saw some of our old friends. Kitu tried to impress Chitrang, but well. Anyway, Goldwin slept beautifully again. The next day started with,
Hey, are these perky? Well, they are.
to celebrate how perky we were, we took a train, got up on some sleep, and then we reached Bruges. Bruges is beautiful. It had attention-seeking ducks, really cool cobblestone streets, and a little store that spelt my name wrong, which is alright. For lunch, we ate mussels, drank lots of this beautiful sangria, and then things happened.
How drunk are you, Debbie?
I'm not very drunk at all.
How
I'm
drunk
mommy.
are you, Denver?
I'm not.
What do you feel about Caroline?
I love Caroline. I want to wife her up.
Chitrang, how drunk?
I'm actually completely sober.
No, wait, here. Hello, camera. Camera.
Debbie is the coolest person I met on this trip. She's amazing.
Okay, guys.
Anyway, it was time for us to leave. Some of us slept on the train, some of us did other things, and it was our last day with Debbie and Kitu. It was fun. It was now just the four of us, and we were on a first-class train to Amsterdam. It was my first time on a first-class European train, so I was literally soaking it up. The seats looked classy. Our little 4-person booth had a lamp, a place to hang your cap, which I used, a charging point, buttons to recline, our own personal trash can, and good-looking food. Although, this was strange, but it's okay. Chitrang made himself comfortable, Goldwin prayed for protection, and we were on our way. It's probably a good time to tell you that Amsterdam was where we were going to celebrate Chitrang's bachelor party. It's probably an even better time to tell you that we hadn't planned anything. The plan was to get there and wing it, and so we did. We were staying at the Flying Pig Hostel in Amsterdam. Our room looked like an average hostel room, but I wouldn't really call it comfortable.
It's not about comfort. It's about being number one.
I can't see number one, you know that,
Damn
right?
it!
Now, you want to try that again?
I would. Where's the number one? Just where the pointing can be easy.
There's a flame.
Anyway, after we settled into our beds, I went to the Moko Museum where I met these two who were there for like a day. And we saw a lot of strange little art exhibits because, well, the museum was featuring Banksy and Dali. When I came back, I found that Gold, Chitrang and Denver had a herbal experience and Denver had passed the out.
This is amazing.
So later, we went out for dessert. The next day, I woke up to this.
Hi, Chitrang.
The plan was to head to this place called Zwolle. Zwolle is this really pretty town about an hour away from Amsterdam, and it was home to this really cool restaurants called Daybreak. We were in the middle of a prison that was turned into a glass house that was turned into a restaurant. The tablecloth was made of leather. The knives looked like they belonged in an art gallery. Even the bread was amazing. And the food, here it is. After having a super expensive meal, the plan was to get back to the hostel and sleep. Amsterdam was awesome. We went to the Science Museum where Goldwin couldn't unlock his phone. Then Chitrang and him learned how to French kiss. Then they learned how to shake hands. I got struck by lightning. We saw that domino effect thing. We even saw a boat hotel. A boatel. Get it? Huh? Okay. Anyway, I left my mark on the Van Gogh Museum gift shop. We saw some artistic lines. I broke some rules. We wrote and sent postcards. And Chitrang and I had a romantic dinner at this dimly lit Spanish tapas restaurant where we were distracted by this extremely fluffy cat. It was time for our last night where we were going to celebrate Chitrang's singlehood. I remember tanking up on alcohol at this place, and after that I remember nothing. I don't know why I have a video of a police van. I don't know what this video is meant to signify. I have this little ticket stub, but that's basically it. It was the end of Chitrang's trip. He had to head back and he was a bit sad. Are you sad, Chitrang?
Actually, yes,
We had our goodbye hugs
bye bye. Thank you.
and
And there were 3.
so our last stop was Dublin. We were staying at the Generator Hostels, which turned out to be a really fun place. As usual, here's what our room looked like. Anyway, from the first night things got crazy. We met up with really cool people at our hostel and caught some really cool musicians at a restaurant nearby. That really set up our Dublin experience. The next day we went on a walking tour of Dublin, and that's when I saw the most amazing thing about that city. The statues. Not just any statues. Statues in strange poses. Like here are some of them. The disappointed dad. The almost Freddie Mercury. The I forgot my umbrella. The waste of space. The Tinder profile pic. The shit I've got diarrhea. The something's on my head. And this was my personal favorite. It's like an emoji that doesn't exist, but should. Anyway, Dublin's great. It was Goldwin's idea to bring us here. Why? Guinness. Gold loves Guinness way more than normal people do. And he was very happy. We toured the storehouse and saw the strangest of things. Like proper strange. Not scary strange, just strange. Gold had even arranged for us to be connoisseurs, where we would get a first-class tour of the place with a star bartender, and we even got an absolutely unnecessary certificate. Are you happy, Goldwin?
Amazingly happy.
It was an awesome day. After that, we decided to behave more like tourists.
I am gold.
After making my country and state proud, we did some whiskey tourism, some leprechaun tourism, we heard some music on the street, then at the bar, and later we went to the Jameson's distillery, where first I tried to do some immature things while the whiskey was maturing, and later we learned how to make a few cocktails so we'd be cool at parties. That's it, I guess. It was time to head back, so we were sad and stuff. But it was great. I mean, this trip was super fun. A big thanks to everyone who we met along the way. A big you to everyone who didn't make it. Mantis. Shashank. Cyrus. Also, thanks to the Belgian and Irish consulates in India for giving us visas. And I'm not sure when, but let's try making money so we can do trips like these more often. Okay? Unless someone wants to pay us for this. Depends on who'll watch this video. Okay, I'm rambling now. Alright, bye!